Hi guys! Today's class is a good one to do if you're feeling a little low in your energy, or you feel like you want to do something. Find a comfortable spot on the ground. Turn your head side to side if you would like. Inhaling and exhaling, just coming back to your body. Make sure that you have space around you. You can extend your legs long if you want. Just find a moment of stillness when you're ready. Check your alignment. Try to have evenness, equalness on both sides of the body as best as you can. You can do that by looking or feeling. Just take some inhales and exhales. You ready? Bend your right knee in and let that right knee cross the body. Turn your head to the right. Extend your right arm, getting a little twist in the spine. Just brief for now. Opening up your back a little bit. When you're ready, come back to your back. We're going to take a figure 4 stretch. Crossing right ankle over left knee. You can rotate that left ankle if you would like. And then switching sides, extend that right leg long, cross the left leg over, twisting the body looking towards the left. If one side feels tighter than the other, feel free to stay longer on one side. Nice and easy today, wherever you're at. When you're ready, you'll come back to your back and cross that left ankle over the right knee, hold on to that right leg, and enjoy that figure 4 stretch, getting into the psoas. Let your head relax down, try to let your neck be relaxed here. If you want to rotate that right ankle, you can. When you're ready, uncross. Hold on to your legs. Let your legs turn out a little bit, opening up those hips slightly, just stretching the hips a little bit. And then you'll bring your feet down and let your knees fall together. Let your feet be as wide as your mat, turning those thighs in. Let your arms be where they want to be. And then just let your legs fall side to side, nice and easy, nice and loose. You can let your pelvis move with those legs. Coming back center when you're ready. Bringing your legs back hip distance apart. Curling up and lowering down. Curling up and down. Keep those elbows wide. You can make it smaller if you want. You can think a little more pulsing up towards the ceiling, or you can lift further off the mat. When you're ready, take that right leg to tabletop, and then the left. Straighten both legs if you would like. And lower one leg, and then switching sides. Really open today, whatever you're feeling. You can bring both legs back to tabletop, and then bring one leg down, followed by the other, keeping that gentle pulse or that lift in the upper body. Taking a moment, shifting the pelvis forward and back. Bring your arms down, keep your feet on the ground. Lift your pelvis to come all the way to a bridge if you're ready, or you can lift a little less if you're not ready for that full bridge yet. Lifting up, try to feel the backs of your legs, feel those hamstrings, feel those glutes, and keep those abs activated. Keep your head nice and centered anytime you're lifting your pelvis off the ground. Pressing down equally through both legs. Do a little lower in a lift if you're feeling it. And in between lifting into the bridge, you can do a little tuck and a tilt of your pelvis. If you would like, when you lower, think about disengaging the backs of those legs, letting the hamstrings and the glutes relax as you lower, and then you re-engage to lift your pelvis back up into that bridge. Working a little bit differently, being a little more intentional with what muscles we're using. And then you'll gently make your way down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, let your knees open, let those hips open. Gently turn the head side to side. your legs back together, in and up towards you. Shaking those legs out a little bit. Grab onto one leg, give it a little stretch as you let the other leg lower, keeping both legs straight, and then switch sides, and stretching that other leg. I'm going to take it a little faster when you're ready, no rush. Point the feet or flex the feet. Try to keep the pelvis still this time. Try to keep your hips nice and level. Curling up as much as you can. Try to come to the tips of your shoulder blades or lift even further. Flexing those feet will get a better stretch in the backs of your legs, or it will make your quads be a little less active. When you're ready, go ahead and rest down. Bring those legs in. Shake the legs a little bit if it feels good. Bringing those feet down, take your arms up towards the ceiling, open to the side, and then back up. Opening wide, and then back up. So your rib cage is going to want to open when your arms open because we're all connected. So we're trying to keep the ribs engaged, trying to keep the abs engaged to keep those ribs closed. Bring those arms down to the ground, and then as far back as you can, as far back as the space will allow. Letting those arms rest overhead if you want. We're going to bend the elbows to circle the arms down, back up overhead, and circling down. Whatever you feel like you need and whatever your space will accommodate. Just getting a little rotation within the shoulder, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever your arms are straight or bent, it's fine. Cross both arms and give yourself a hug, holding onto opposite shoulders, and then switching opposite arm on top. Taking those arms down when you're ready, taking your legs back up. Shake the legs a little bit. Bring those legs to tabletop, flex your feet. One heel goes down and then lifts up, and then the other heel down and back up. Keep the shape of your legs, working the lower abdominals. When you're ready, if you're ready, curl on up, reach the arms long. Those low abs are working, trying to relax in the hips and the quads. Adding a little bit of coordination if you would like. You can reach the arms towards the ceiling. Opening opposite arm to the side. This is too much for your brain to think about right now. That's fine. You can leave the arms out of it. But don't let that rib cage move. Try not to let the torso move at all. Just the arms and the legs. When you're ready, rest everything in and down. Inhaling and exhaling for a moment. And your knees fall side to side again if you would like. We're going to come on up and come onto your hands and your knees. Knees under hips and hands under shoulders as best as you can. Just round and arch. Exaggerate any position. Stay in one place longer than the other. Truthfully, whatever your body needs. If you need to arch more than you need to round, stay in that arch a little longer. If you just feel like your lower half needs that movement, go ahead and just move the lower half, moving your pelvis around. You can go side to side as well. When you're ready, tuck those toes under, press down into a downward dog, upside down V. You can lift and lower the heels. You can bend one knee and then the other to pedal through those feet. Just open up the back, stretch that spine nice and long. And then come back down to all fours and take a child's pose when you're ready. You can stay in this child's pose if you would like. Just breathing, inhaling, exhaling, expanding that back. If you want, you can rotate your hands so that your thumbs are towards the ceiling and your pinkies are down. Rotating the arms within the shoulders, twisting your torso a little side to side to get a little deeper stretch. Or you can keep your palms flat. And just let your body relax in this position. When you're ready, come onto forearms and elbows, and then push into a down dog from there. So your head is off the ground, the head is not moving, or head is not supporting you, I should say. You can pedal the feet, you can lift and lower the heels, or you can just hold that down dog. When you're ready, come back down to your knees, untuck those toes, take a little arch, almost like you're sticking your butt out, take a little round. And then you're going to come back up on your hands into a plank position. You can always be down on your forearms and elbows if you want. Do a few push-ups or just hold that plank. When you're ready, go back to that down dog. Feel how long your spine can be. We're going to take 3 steps in towards your hands, trying to keep those legs long, and then we'll do 3 steps back. This is a modified elephant, as usually done on the reformer. And then you start with the opposite foot to do 3 steps forward, 3 steps back. And you'll stretch in the hamstrings. And do that. And then you'll bend the knees and come back down. You can take a child's pose for a moment if you would like. We're going to get into some glutes. You're going to bend that right knee. You're going to take it foot towards the ceiling, take tiny pulses up. If you feel like you want to challenge yourself, you can extend your left arm in front of you. Do as many as you want. I think I did about 13 on each side, which is what that ended up being. Make sure you're even on both sides. Your left foot will be towards the ceiling. Tiny pulses up, extending that right arm. If you feel like you're losing your balance, feel free to pause that movement and regain your balance, re-engage that core. Once you're even on both sides, come back to all fours, do another round and arch if you need it. Shake your butt a little if it feels good. And then come down onto the left side of your body. And have your knees bent, have your shins towards the front edge of your mat. You can have your left arm supporting your head, or you can have your head resting down. Knees will stay bent. Make sure those hips are stacked, your ribs are coming together, that you're lifting off the mat, even though you are lying down, but try not to collapse your bottom rib cage down on the mat. You want to keep lifting. Starting with that top leg, we're going to turn in and turn out. Let the leg kind of fall after that turn out. Let it fall down and then just lift the foot. Lifting the knee and lifting the foot. Turning out and turning in. When you're ready, you're going to lift that leg all the way off. If you need a little extra straighten and bend, go for it. But when you're ready, we're going to lift that top leg off, keep the knee bent, flex that foot, take the leg towards the back and towards the front. Bottom leg is nice and supportive. Opening up the front of that hip, stretching that hip flexor, lifting the bottom rib cage off, keeping the top hip where it is, feeling that top hip stretching nice and long. If you need to stay in that back position, feel free to stay in that back position. My right hip was very tight when I did this, but it actually feels better today. So this was helpful. So we're going to add rotation. Let me bore you with my story. We're going to add rotation. You're going to turn the leg out as you go to the back and then bring the leg forward parallel, rotating that thigh bone within the hip. And then we'll reverse parallel back and rotate forward about 5 in each direction. See if you can picture that thigh bone just rotating nice and gently within the hip. And then rest down, rub that area out, grab the top of your top foot, and take a little quad stretch there. We're going to do a little transition to the other side in a moment. Continue to hold on to this foot if you can. So your right hand has your right foot. You're going to straighten your left leg. You're going to carefully roll onto your stomach. You take your left hand under your forehead. And you're going to bend your left knee, hold onto your left foot, and gently extend your right leg, releasing that foot. Taking your right hand under your forehead, we're going to turn onto that right side in a moment. If you need to let go of the foot, that's okay. Once you get there, just take that quad stretch in that position for a moment. We'll do it again after. Gently release and then adjust if you need to. You'll have both knees bent, shins will be towards the front edge of your mat. Right hand can be supporting the head, or the head can be rested down. We're just going to turn that left leg in and out, kind of letting the left leg fall from that turned out position, and then just let your foot lift. When you're ready, you'll lift that left leg off the right, flexing that foot, keeping the knee bent. You'll go towards the back and towards the front. If you want your hips to be even and stacked, mine look to be a little bit uneven today. The bottom side is supporting, trying to keep that left hip reaching down, down, down. You can have your hand there as a guide if you need to, or you can have it on the ground to help support. You're going to add a rotation, turning out to go back, parallel to come forward, about 5 in each direction. Try not to grip within that hip. If you are gripping, pause for a minute. You may need to work out the muscles around that hip flexor. Got a couple of videos on a foam roller and massage balls. Feel free to watch those. I can link to those too to help release any tightness so that you can have more mobility. Reverse that rotation, do about 5 in each direction. And then once you're even, you'll rest down, rub that area out if you need to. Grab that left foot, take that leg behind, do a little quad stretch. When you're ready, you'll extend that right leg, and then you'll make your way onto your stomach. Nice and easy. And keep holding on to the left foot with the left hand. Then you're going to bend that right knee, and you're going to reach behind for the right foot. If you have trouble holding on, feel free to grab a strap or a towel. You can leave your head down and just enjoy that stretch. Try to keep your legs parallel. When you're ready, you can lift the chest if you want. Gently release the legs, reach the arms long, lift the head and chest, palms to the ceiling, tiny pulses up and up and up. Palms are pushing up to the ceiling, shoulders are lifting and rotating away from the ground. You can turn your head to the side for a few and then turn your head to the other side for the same amount. Bottoms of the feet are down on the ground, and then you'll rest down. You can rock your hips and pelvis side to side. You can take another child's pose too if you want. You're going to bend your elbows, lift your chest off into a tiny arch. And then you'll release and drop everything down, and then you'll re-engage and push up. Lift the elbows to activate the arms a little more, and then lower the elbows, lift again, and lower. Make sure your abs are still activated so that your back does not take it. And then lowering all the way down. Go ahead and push back into a child's pose stretch. Deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling as we finish up. That low back nice and wide, nice and long. Into hands and knees, tuck those toes under. Stretch back into a down dog one more time. You can bend the knees, pedal the heels. And a moment of stillness if you want. And then you're going to either feet towards hands or hands to feet. Hang forward. You can shake the head out, you can shake the arms out, you can have the knees bent if they need to be. Soften those knees and slowly roll up, one bone at a time. Standing nice and tall. Take an inhale and an exhale.